All right, so learning objective 20 is to graph the periodic trends of the atomic radius, ionic radius, and ionization energy, as well as the electronegativity to determine periodic trends. Atomic radii. This is 1/2 the diameter of the atom. It is measured from the nucleus to the outer shell. Now, really how they do this is they put two of the same atoms together and then they measure the distance between the nuclei. And then they half that distance. So the half of that distance would be the atomic radius. So the atomic radius increases across the row of the periodic table. So helium is actually the smallest atom. And it increases down the column. So francium would be the largest atom. Okay. Then you have the ionic radius. Again, this is 1/2 of the diameter of an ion. Cations are always smaller than anions. Okay, so cations are smaller than anions. And the trend is the same. So you're going to increase going across the row and increase going down the column. However, where your anions are, these are going to be larger than your cations. So just pay attention to that. Cations are always smaller than the anions because they lose electrons, which means they're losing energy levels, and then the anions are gaining electrons, which kind of push the electron cloud out because they have to have more space in order to not repel one another. Okay. The third one that you graphed was ionization energy. This is the energy to remove an electron from the electron cloud. It increases across a row. So helium would be the largest ionization energy, and it decreases down a column. So it's increasing up the column. Again, so francium would have the smallest, helium would have the largest. The final one here, electronegativity. This is the ability of an atom to pull electrons towards its nucleus in a bond. Now, in this, the noble gases are not in this. No noble gases. I should have said that up here as well. For cations and anions, there are no noble gases in this is either. So I would say that iodine would probably be one of the largest here, just because of the fact that it's an anion and it's on the very bottom. Electronegativity, this is the ability of an atom to pull an electron toward its nucleus in a bond. So electronegativity and ionization energy have the exact same shape, right? So we're going to have an increase of electronegativity going up the column and an increase going across the row. So fluorine is actually the most electronegative element on the periodic table, whereas francium is going to be the least electronegative element on the periodic table. So fluorine is the most electronegative, francium is the least electronegative. Again, electronegativity is the ability to pull an electron towards its nucleus in a bond. That is learning objective 20, which is to graph periodic trends of the atomic radius, ionic radius, ionization energy, and electronegativity to determine periodic trends. These are all periodic properties of the elements, and they have a certain trend